Rachel. I'm a 24-hour Group X instructor, and I would like to take you through a 30 approximately minute workout. We are going to only use body weight, so you do not need any equipment, but you may want to have a towel or a mat or soft surface. I'm in my garage, trying to make the best of our circumstances. So I have these little paddings, but I also have towels or mats, just in case if I'm on my knees or on my hands. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through 4 circuits, and each circuit has 2 moves in it. So we kind of alternate between a lower half and upper half movement to make sure we keep our heart rates up and just working to the full potential for the full 25 to 30 minutes. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start with what's called a squat jump. Now squat jumps they can be challenging if you are not good at jumping, and that's okay. Take the levels that you need to get there. So we'll start with a squat if you need to by pushing the feet outside of the hips. All of the weight is in the back of the foot so you can lift your toes in the bottom of your shoe. Now if you see my upper half, you can see my chest, and if you look from the side, the shins are pretty much parallel to the torso. So we're going to start with 10 of those, or if you want to challenge yourself a little bit right from the get-go, we're going to add the jumps. 10 reps. Using our arms to jump our bodies off the floor. That was 10. Once I've hit 10, I'm going to pop on down to the floor for some mountain climbers. People do mountain climbers all the time, but a lot of times they don't do them correctly. You'll see, great job keeping the hands under the shoulders, but then they pop their bums up into the air and they go like this, which is cool, but you're going to see so much more work done if you push your chest over your hands and really scrape the floor with the knees. We're going to aim for 20 reps, each leg. Once you've hit 20, catch your breath, and we'll pop up for our squat jumps. Always feet outside the hips, always chest lifted, always hips square. Really utilize the tummy to knock these out and stabilize your body. That was 10. Again with my mountain climber. Now if 20 is too much each leg, stick with 10. Next week do 12, next week do 15. Go up in increments, right? Your eye gaze is always forward. Keep that spine neutral, back strong and straight before you start. So I've done 2 sets, which means I only have 1 more to go. Squat jumps first. Followed by mountain climbers. Okay, so we have now completed 1 circuit. That was really cardio based. So the next circuit, we're going to try to take the heart rate down just a little bit and do some strength inspired moves. So I love squats. Squats are fundamental of getting in shape. So 1 squat, swing the leg back and hit a curtsy lunge. Benefits of the curtsy lunge are you're going to get the outside of the glutes. Don't worry about going fast on these because you want the burn and you want to make sure you're not damaging or injuring yourself. So if you see my knee points out on both movements, the weight's in the back of the foot tap that back knee all the way down to the floor. Gonna get to 10, 5 on each side. Slow, controlled, and methodical movement. That was 10. We're gonna alternate that with a push-up. I have like 4 or 5 levels of push-ups. So I wanna show options because I want everyone to feel successful in a push-up. As long as your hands are outside your shoulders, and then you're gonna take your elbows not out, but kind of swoop them back just a titch, not like a tricep push-up, but just kind of at an angle to keep the work out of the joints and really maximize the work in the muscles. So, level 1, you can have your bum up. If you're just starting here, that's okay. We're trying to get to 10 reps, dropping your chest about elbow height, and then keeping the eye gaze forward, never letting the head hang. It's gonna damage your neck. And it hurts. So, level 2, you can be here. You see my whole body stays straight. I'm not like this, but my whole body stays straight as I try to get down all the way and then all the way up. So I'm gonna do my first step with this. If you wanna pop up onto your toes, you can pop up onto your toes. Just make sure you're getting the full range of motion. And that was like level 3. All right, head back to your curtsy lunge. And just like real life, we're up and we're down, we're up and we're down. So I try to mimic that scenario in my workouts as well. Moving, never settling, always going. Now if you want to make this a little bit harder, you can totally put a plate right in front of your collarbone, if you have one, or hold a brick. So this set I'm really focusing on staying low, if you can see the difference. That just makes the burn last a little longer. That was 10. All right, push-ups. Knees in, on the knees, on the toes, or let's say you're down to make it a little bit harder. You can cross your ankles in the back to create only 3 points of contact on the floor instead of 4. Really making your core jump into gear to solidify the body and balance things out. So that was 10. 2 sets down, just 1 to go. Back to my curtsies. Drop it low, knees out, chest up, squeeze your back, and we'll go. That's 10. Head back to your push-up. Any level you choose. Make sure your eye gaze is forward. I say that in my classes more than anything else because people come here. So I always try to find the tip of my mat or a spot on the floor to look at, and I don't break contact until I'm done with my set. And 10. Okay, we are 2 circuits down, which means we only have 2 to go. If you need to pause, you need a drink of water, take that recovery so you can tackle your next circuit with some rigor. We're gonna do squat jacks. Not a normal jumpy jack. When I do a jumpy jack, I hit almost a squat, right? A little half squat or a fourth squat. And I make sure to push my knees out and jump all the way back to the middle. I want to incorporate a little bit of tension in my upper half, so I'm going to include some body weight lateral raises. As I jump out, I'm come back. 20. You can go your pace. Just make sure you're squeezing everything together into place. Cool. Our next movement is going to be back on the floor. We're going to do what I call as a swim in a plank position. So, kind of like the push-up, pushing the body weight forward, the eye gaze lifted, and we're going to incorporate some movement to increase our posture. So, before I even start, I make sure that I'm all set up. Nice and flat. I can be on my knees or my toes, as long as I keep my hips square as I reach one hand up, and then I swim it around back to plank position. Swim all the way around and back to plank. So option is on your knees. You still feel the core pull tight, and you'll still feel the tension in your back. Super beneficial movement. Slow, methodical. If you're a go-getter, you can put dumbbells in your hands as you rotate, whatever works best for you. And that's 10, just 5 on each side. We'll head back to our squat jack, making sure we push the knees out so that we're low, and then driving them back together, really maximizing the leg work in one quick movement. That's 20. All right, I'm gonna do a different angle so you can kind of see what's happening. So weight is forward, bring it up and around. 2, 3. All right, that was 10. I have one more time with this circuit. And 20. Don't be afraid to take recoveries. Recoveries are good because then it gives you that time to catch your breath and then really do well on the next set. Range of motion is a good thing. So really make sure you reach, pull it around, reset. Trying to keep the hips square as we can so we're not tilting, but really pulling the abs in, using our tummy muscles to stabilize and keep those hips square. Okay, that was 10. Guys, time is going by so quickly. It's important to keep up with our health during these trying times. Last circuit. This is what I call a spider crawl out. Some people call it an inchworm. Whatever you call it, I like to have the points of contact first. Squat first, then we're gonna walk out to a full plank. This is your option. You can just hold the plank, you can drop to your knees and do a push-up, or you can do a push-up on your toes. You're gonna walk back, and then certainly squat before you stand. That was 1 of 10 reps. So take your option. This is not a fast one. This is a slow one. This is about control, stability, core strength. I'm trying to get to 10, that was halfway. This is 9, so for 10, I'm going to stay down because my next movement is on the floor. All right, we're going to hit a crunch. Super easy to do damage on this move. Super easy to eliminate any work. So I'm going to show you how not to. Lay on down, keep the feet close to the butt. I raise my heels a little bit to take all the work out of the legs, really focus on the core. Fingertips to temples, and I don't latch them behind. I just keep them right here, right outside my forehead. Elbows are like at a 180 straight line. So I'm just gonna hit 20 crunches. I don't let my shoulder blades come down all the way. I try to keep them up to really keep that engagement in my core. Now if I want a level 2 for my next set or my next few reps, I can always lift the knees right over the hips, keeping the shins super parallel. We never want to bring them too close or have them too high, but think 90 degrees. And I'm going to do the next 10 here. That was 10. All right, I'm going to head back to my spider crawl out. Push up or no, whatever you want. Make sure I have good breath first. And you take your pace, your level, your work. Make it your own. Halfway, that's 5. If you're having a hard time keeping up with me, eliminate some of the reps, push pause on your phone or your device, or if I'm going too slow, do more reps. That's why I love exercise, is because we can tweak it, modify it, accommodate it to make it our own, make us successful, whatever level we might be at. That was 10, so I'm going to come down, and I'm going to hit my next set of crunches. So guys, I'm going to do my first 10 with my knees up, and then my next 10 with my feet fully extended to the ceiling. And 10. Cool. We have one more to go. This is our last set. progression, I'm gonna try all 20 with my feet up. If it gets too much, I know the option is to bend my knees or even put my feet back on the floor. And that was 20. All right, guys, that's my full body workout. I'd love to see you online. If you want to stop by my Instagram,